unalienable rights. And among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Didn't say anything about a guarantee. And I know that I have not been able to find anywhere in the Constitution where it says in Washington, D.C., we are supposed to have a Department of Happiness. It's not there. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I love it when I get callers to my radio show and they say, Mr. Cain, the pursuit of happiness is under attack. I said, that's right. The American dream is under attack. I said, you're absolutely right. And then they asked me, well, what can we do about it? I said, you take that same document that ends with life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness and keep reading. Because if you keep reading, you will find out it says, when any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it. That I said that 7 paragraph without a teleprompter? Yeah! Maybe somebody else should read the Declaration of Independence. Maybe some people in Washington should read the Constitution. And we say on my radio show, which is one of my things, if they read the Constitution and the Declaration, they just might learn something. The American dream. My dad was the greatest example of that. That's where I got my passion from. My dad walked off the farm at the age of 18, literally with the clothes on his back. Literally, with just the clothes on his back. He and my mom ended up settling in Atlanta, Georgia, where they raised my brother and I. Dad used to work 3 jobs. He was a barber, a janitor, and a chauffeur, all at the same time. Because Dad knew that in order to pursue his American dream, he had to use the only kind of equity that he had, which was sweat equity. Yeah. And he did achieve his American dream. Now we have a president and an administration and a Congress who wants us to expend our sweat equity more and more for the government instead of for ourselves, and we have got to alter that scenario. Yeah. So I believe that even though the American dream is under attack, the American dream is not dead. That's right. And we have got to defend it, which is why many of you all are here. And that's why I'm here. That's why you do what you do. That's why I do what I do. And that is to defend the American dream. Now, how do we do that? I'm going to give you 3 suggestions, 3 simple ideas that I want you to remember as we look toward November 2010. I couldn't agree with my friend Haley Barber more. Our focus has got to be on November 2010. We've got to change the balance of power in Washington, D.C. That is job 1. We got to stay connected. There you go. Stay connected. As Haley said, we got to stay together. Because you see, that's what the liberals and the Dems want us to do. They want to pit the Republican Party against the Tea Party folk, the Tea Party folk against the Republican Party, and inside the Republican Party, they want to talk about you got a right-wing constituency, you got a left-wing constituency within the Republican Party. They're trying to put a face on conservatism in America, and when that doesn't work, then they try to find another face to put it on, conservatism. They are trying to divide us, and we have to stay connected in order to get it right. We've got to stay informed. You see, if you don't stay informed on the issues. You just might be tempted to drink some liberal Kool-Aid by accident. You just might be tempted to drink some liberal Kool-Aid by accident. We've got to stay informed. I couldn't believe what I heard Nancy Pelosi say about the health care reform legislation before it was passed. We've got to pass it so we can then tell you what's in it. You know, I wrote a book that's entitled, They Think You're Stupid? No, I need to rename it. Nancy believes we are all stupid. Tell us after the fact. This is why we have to stay informed. Because you see, their strategy is to take advantage of the misinformed, the underinformed, and those that have received bad information, and people who don't have a clue, who cannot connect the dots. So we got to stay informed. Thomas Jefferson who said, when people have the right information, they will make the right decisions. That's our lesson. You know, I'm glad that I, as a radio talk show host, had an opportunity to follow the health care bill ever since they introduced it, and all of the different changes and so forth, etc., and all of the different modifications. And you had the House version, then you got the Senate version, then you got the reconciliation bill. But because I'm on the radio 5 nights a week on WSB, and I'm coming out of Atlanta, I need to follow it to be able to help people understand, because many people are busy trying to run their lives.
Exactly.
They're busy trying to take care of raising their kids and saving for their education. So we have to stay informed as to what's going on. And I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I did, because when they were passing this health care reform legislation, one of the reasons that you find me so passionate about this, not only about the health care reform legislation, you find me passionate about this cap and trade and tax and fuel bill that they passed on a party line vote, is because relative to this health care bill, I have a personal experience that if Obamacare had been in place, you'd be listening to somebody else in this time slot. You see, back in 2006, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. That means I had it in my colon and my liver. Stage 4, and to quote my first surgeon, that's as bad as it gets. So I got another surgeon to give me a second opinion. The second surgeon at least said, you have a 5% chance of even being alive 3 years from now. I said, Doc, what's the game plan? You know, that's that business DNA kicking in. All right, I know the problem. Now, how do we solve the problem? And he said, well, we're going to give you some chemotherapy, and then we're going to see how that works to make sure we've isolated the right one. Then we are going to do surgery, where we're going to take out 30% of your colon, 70% of your liver. You recuperate, and then we're going to give you some more chemotherapy. And then, if you are blessed, you might have a chance to be around for a while. You see, as of January the 1st, 2007, for 3 years, 3 months, and 10 days, I have been totally cancer-free.